Greetings, human life forms. I'm the Meister. Welcome back to yet another prediction video. Today we'll be doing my beloved Buffalo Bills, best team in the league, obviously. Probably go 17-0, but first we gotta look at the schedule and see where I have the Bills pair up with these teams. So real quick, I've done almost half of the teams already. In prediction videos, I have a full playlist of them. You can just go on the playlist tab of my channel and they'll all be there. So I'm just going to be doing the rest of the teams. Obviously, I'll do the rest of the teams. I'll do a playoff prediction and a Super Bowl prediction. And then I might even do a fan-made playoff prediction video as well. So there's all that to look forward to. I also have a Twitter that I do a bunch of my NFL talks on, mainly biased Bills stuff. But I'm still over on Twitter if you want to follow me over there. Link in the description. I also got a Twitch and Instagram. Don't really use Instagram that much, but on Twitch, I do tend to stream. If I do, it'll be like around 7:30, Monday through Thursday, maybe? I don't know. It varies. I don't know. It just depends if I'm in the mood or not. I mean, I don't really have a schedule for it, so that's the cool thing about it. But the Buffalo Bills have an amazing offense. They lost one player last off season, or this past off season. That was John Brown. Didn't play a lot because he was very injured in the games that he did play, and he wasn't too big of a factor because the Bills drafted Gabriel Davis. Rookie wide. Oh, we didn't draft him. He was undrafted. He was our undrafted wide receiver that we picked up. He played really well for the Bills, which is how John Brown kind of lost his job over there. But the Bills did pick up Emmanuel Sanders, and he is definitely better than John Brown. Definitely. So that will be a lot better for the Bills. Running games, they have to see some guys step up there. They did pick up Matt Breida in free agency. They still have Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, two young running backs who still need to kind of prove themselves. Same in the tight end position with Dawson Knox. But other than that, their team is completely stacked on offense. And then you look on defense, and that's where it kind of gets interesting because back in 2019, they had amazing secondary. We were able to pressure the quarterback, but we weren't able to sack the quarterback. But we had like a top 3 defense last year, or 2 years ago. This past year, got a bit of injuries. Guys were in and out. That secondary all season long, which kind of held them back a little bit. Again, sacking the quarterback was still an issue. So we went out and drafted Greg Rousseau and Basham, two rookies that can hopefully make an impact, but we have to wait and see if they do. So, very interesting teams. So week 1, hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers obviously have a pretty solid defense. They were great last year. They probably won't be as good this year because they definitely lost quite a bit of players on that defensive side. Offensively, of course, they got Ben Roethlisberger. Didn't have the best of seasons last year, coming off his shoulder injury, or arm injury, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people like their wide receiving core. I don't know why. I don't really see it. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster's pretty solid. Deontay Johnson just drops the ball all the time, so he really sucks. And then you have James Washington, another wide receiver. It's kind of one of those groups that, like, not big names, but they kind of work well off each other. That's kind of how it looks like over there. Running game, they picked up Najee Harris from the draft. So, he's a rookie. We have to wait to see how he does. But I'm going to go Bills here, week 1. Bills are just the better team here, and Bills are also at home. Fan base will probably be absolutely insane. We already know that they're insane. But considering they barely went to any games last year, they're probably going to be twice as crazy. letting off all their steam this week 1 matchup. Week 2 at Miami to take on the Dolphins. Dolphins have a very good defense. They did lose a couple players, but they also gained a couple players, including Jason McCourty, safety position. Their 2 cornerbacks are still really good, and Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. I've heard some rumors about Xavier Howard possibly not being with the Dolphins this season, but I don't know how reliable those sources are, so I'm gonna guess that he's still gonna be on the team. Like, I don't know why Xavier Howard is holding out on the Dolphins. I think that's kind of stupid. I think any player that holds out is stupid, but offensively, it's an offense that kind of rests on the shoulders of Tua Tagovailoa. Hopefully I pronounced his last name right. But if he can play well, players like Will Fuller and Devontae Parker and Jalen Waddle will have career years, even though Waddle is only playing his first season, but still. Running game is an issue. They still have to figure that out. They do have Mike Gesicki, great tight end. I absolutely love him over there in Miami. So this is going to be a tough game for both sides to win. I'm going to go Bills here just because every time the Bills and Josh Allen have played the Dolphins for like the past 3 years, so just every time Allen has played against the Dolphins, the Bills have won. The Bills have never lost with Josh Allen at quarterback, so unless Josh Allen gets injured, I don't see the Dolphins winning this game. Week 3 hosting the Washington football team. Washington has a really good defense, one of the best defenses in the league, so that's definitely going to be a big test for that Bills offense. And then offensively for Washington, that's where they get pretty underrated. They have Antonio Gibson, young, solid running back. He had a really good year last year. They have a great wide receiving core, in my opinion. They have Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and people don't really talk about him much. I don't know why, but Adam Humphries. I think he could be really reliable for Washington. And, of course, they also have Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback. So this is going to be another really close game. This game can go either way, I think. But I'm going to go Bills here again. Again, just because Bills are like the safer choice here. I mean, it's kind of bold to pick Washington over the Bills in Buffalo at this point. So I'm going to go Bills there, 3-0 to start off the season. Week 4 hosting the Houston Texans. Texans are just an ugly team. In my opinion, I don't know a single name on that defense. That's how bad they are. I do know one player, Shaq Lawson. That's all I know, but he's on the defensive line, so it's not like he can play in the secondary or anything. And then offensively, you probably will not have Deshaun Watson in there. From what I've been hearing, all this legal issue stuff probably take a couple years to sort out. So Tyrod Taylor will probably be the starter here. So back-to-back, Bills facing former quarterbacks for their team. So this is an easy Bills for me. The Bills are going to blow the Texans out of the water, and I will be surprised if they do not. So week 5 at Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Chiefs defense, they have some great players over there, very underrated defense. In my opinion, they got Chris Jones, Tyrann Mathieu, they have some young solid cornerbacks over there. Really underrated defense. Offensively, everyone already knows how crazy that offense is. They have young running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which I'm sure the Chiefs are looking for him to take a step there. They got Tyreek Hill and Robinson over there, a wide receiver, along with Mecole Hardman, obviously. And Travis Kelce, best tight end in football. And then Patrick Mahomes, arguably the best quarterback in football. So this is going to be a game. From my standpoint, there is no way that we can allow the Chiefs to beat us again. There's no way we're going to allow that to happen. But looking at the teams and looking how they've been playing, or how they played the past couple seasons, even though Buffalo wants it more. I don't know. The Chiefs here. Moving on, Week 6 at Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans do not have the best of defenses. When we saw, they struggled a lot last year to handle teams. They've got Bud Dupree from the Steelers. They also lost Butler to the Cardinals, so pretty shaky defense in my opinion. Offensively, amazing. Derrick Henry, 2,000-yard rusher a season ago. Of course, they still have A.J. Brown, top 10 wide receiver, along with now Julio Jones, another top 10 wide receiver. And then you also have Ryan Tannehill, a very underrated quarterback, throwing the football. On Monday Night Football, too. From Sunday Night Football to Monday Night Football. Oh, man. That's a game. That is a game. I'm not going to be biased here. I want to be biased, but I can't. I can't be biased. I want to, but I can't. Barely in overtime, in triple overtime, the Titans will beat the Bills going into the bye, 4-2, just like last year. Coming out of the bye, hosting the Miami Dolphins, Bills will blow the Dolphins out of the water. Every time in their second matchup, the Bills always blow out the Dolphins. I don't think it's going to be different in this game. Bills blowing out Dolphins. Week 9 at Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Jaguars, I think they could be a sneaky team. They have Shaquille Griffin. They picked him up from Seattle. I think that was a great pickup. They still have Josh Allen over there on the defensive line, edge rusher. And then, of course, they still have Miles Jack. Really solid there, too. Offensively, they have a lot of young guys. Obviously, they have DJ Shark and Marvin Jones. I think could be a sneaky good wide receiver duo. Running back, they still have James Robinson. Really good. He played really well last year, especially going undrafted. They did draft Travis Etienne as well, so we have to see how he plays. And then, of course, at quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, we also have to see how he plays. And then whatever's going on in the tight end room. I don't even know what's going on there anymore. I don't know if Tim Depot is actually a good tight end now. I mean, or a tight end. I don't know what's going on there. But I'm going to go Bills there. That's an easy Bills for me. Week 10 at New York City, or New Jersey, to take on the Jets. Jets, defense, Robert Saleh could definitely fix that up pretty quick, I'm sure. He's great defensive-minded head coach. Then offensively, they still have Jamison Crowder. They picked up Corey Davis from the Titans. They drafted Zach Wilson, so there's a lot of moving parts. Another rebuilding team. Another Bills win there. Week 11, probably a big game. Hosting the Indianapolis Colts, hosting Carson Wentz, hosting T.Y. Hilton, hosting Quentin Nelson, hosting Xavier Rhodes, hosting what's his name? Number 28, Jonathan Taylor, all those guys. Colts, very solid defense. I really like their defense. I still do. Offensively, probably will be better than last year. Even though, you can come at me, but I think they'll probably be better than last year. I really think they will. I'm going to go Bills here. Bills have just such an explosive offense. And then, you add Carson Wentz to the mix, which really makes things interesting. Because we beat the Colts by 3 points. When they had Phillip Rivers, now they have Carson Wentz, which could be a big plus or a big minus. So I'm just gonna go Bills, and they're moving on. 8-2, statement game here on Thanksgiving night at New Orleans to take on the Saints. Saints, again, another solid defense. Offense could be very good or very bad, depending on which team Jameis Winston feels like he wants to throw to that game. I'm going to go with the statement, Bills win, and people are like, oh yeah, we all forgot about the Week 5, Week 6 stretch. They're good a team. Those 2 losses were flukes, which is how it will stay. It's Week 13, hosting the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. I will give this win to the Buffalo Bills yet again. Patriots, don't get me wrong, they have a great defense. But offense, though, is a problem with Cam Newton on the team. So, Mac Jones will probably be starter here, but I'm still going to go Bills there. Week 14, at Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, obviously, had a top 5 defense last year. They did not lose a single player on that defense, so they'll probably be top 5 again. And they had a top 10 offense last year, did not lose a single starter. Probably be top 10 offense yet again, obviously. But I'm going to go Buccaneers here. I think with such a balanced football team like Tampa Bay, I think Brady will take advantage of our defense, and it's terrible. It's terrible. It really is. It's terrible. Week 15, though, hosting the Carolina Panthers. Panthers, interesting defense. Could be a really good offense, depending on how Sam Darnold performs. But I'm going to go Bills here. Bills getting right back on track, beating Sam Darnold like they normally do. So, yeah, 11-3 on the season. At New England, Week 16 to take on the Patriots. I don't think this year that the Bills will be able to sweep the Patriots. I think Patriots will be able to suck some of our blood and get a win over us there. But now you have a pretty favorable last 2 games, hosting the Atlanta Falcons. We all know how good the Falcons are, which is not good. Bills are going to beat the Falcons, and then the rebuilding Jets yet again. I think that's going to be another Bills win there. So, my record for the Buffalo Bills as a Bills fan is 13-4. I think we can easily go 17-0. Don't get me wrong, that we can easily go 17-0, but I'm just trying to make this a little more realistic, even though people, because everyone will be expecting a predictable season. Even though they're going to have an unpredictable season this year, I'm not going to predict it here because I don't want people to get too mad at me. So yeah, 13-4 for the Buffalo Bills, 9-3 in the conference, 5-1 in the division, only loss again to the New England Patriots. So yeah, Bills 13-4. I will continue to do the rest of these teams like I've mentioned in the beginning of the video. If you guys are enjoying this series, thumbs up would be appreciated. If you guys like just the content in general I make on YouTube, you can subscribe if you want. And if you're looking forward to the next prediction video, I recommend also turning on the bell so you do not miss when I upload another video. So with that, I don't have much else to say except life forms out.